Hey crew, welcome back to our channel. My name is Stacy.
And my name is DJ, and this is After The Vows, where we do live streaming, apparently. We live, baby. So, yeah, this is a channel about um, relationship. So this is, we just had real good conversations about marriage. So if you like content like this, make sure you subscribe. And today we are talking about the reason for this channel. So, yeah. So, we our vibe has been off. So most of y'all kind of saw that video that Stacey
Follow
posted
us
to her. Yeah,
if they follow us on Instagram.
yeah,
Right.
so our vibe has been off. But today, this morning, like I am super pumped. We watched Transformation Church this morning.
Yes, leave a comment and let us know who y'all watched this morning for church.
Man, but I'm telling you, if you didn't
It
watch
was
the
good.
Transformation Church video, like you missed out. And well, particularly for us, because this channel is like we said, it's about marriage and relationships, and that whole entire video was basically titled "Relationship Goals." So that's the name of that series right now. And
When
I
I
feel
say
like,
God be right on time,
man,
He is right on time.
so we actually been talking about doing this video, but we was gonna do a recorded video, but we decided to do a live video today. So make sure you leave a comment below. Let us know what you're getting out of this channel, or if you like this channel,
Right.
or if you're new here, feel free to ask any questions. But that video, that sermon really confirmed the reason for this channel. Mm-hmm. So there was 4 tips, and she's gonna pull it up, but it was 4 principles that he named, and we'll try to go through not the whole sermon, but because I feel like you have to kind of follow the points in order to get what we're talking about. But he was talking about basically you have to read the manual. So marriages and relationships are designed by God. So you have to go back if you want to have a relationship or a healthy relationship. You have to refer to the manual being the Bible.
Right.
So there were 4 principles that he pulled out of the Bible that
God bless you too.
4 principles were knowledge, understanding, obedience, and application. Mm-hmm. And when he said those 4 things, I was like, man, that really confirmed this channel, because we feel like that just like summed up the entire channel. So being obedient, like we feel like we was really, called to do this. And then as far as application, this is us applying it. And
right. And as far as obedience, if I can stop you real quick.
Yeah.
He is so long-winded.
So pumped.
But God, when I tell y'all, He would not, like, we kept trying to avoid it. And when you see those little beings where it's like COVID-19 in some ways was a blessing in disguise. If this hadn't happened, if we hadn't been stuck in the house and work is shut down, and everything is getting shut down, you can't go out and do like the things you would normally do outside of marriage, outside of being a parent. You have to sit at home and figure out what's next.
Yeah.
And
so
God
we
kept saying this. Yes, God. Look, God will give you a test so you can have a testimony. But this right here, it was like, no, sit down. I told you several times to do this, and you ignored me. Yeah. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm shutting everything down. You don't have a choice but to deliver my word and edify me and get on there and talk about relationships. Yeah. It's not because our relationship is perfect.
That's the important part. Yeah.
Because God used our mess of a relationship to give this message. Yeah. And that's also what they talked about on Transformation. Thank you for those who watching. We are going to get to your comments. We're going to go back, but we kind of want to get through what we came here to say, because we'll get all wrapped up in what y'all are saying.
Yeah. Definitely appreciate your comments, though. Keep them coming, though. Keep them coming. We'll get to them in a second. But yeah, so we're not, and I think we've kind of been blasting this with a bullhorn since the beginning of the channel. We're not perfect. And we feel like we were called to start the channel because we're not the source of like the best information. I would say we just like share our testimony. Like we're not professionally trained to talk about relationships. That's what I mean to say.
Right.
But the reason why we feel like that's so important, because there's a lot of channels and information that are great channels. Don't get me wrong. Great sources of information that you can watch to really, learn a whole lot as far as like the collegiate side of it, like the But we feel like by doing this, we come off as a normal couple. And most of the people that are watching us right now are normal couples. And that I feel like a lot of people that we watch, it kind of presents marriage as like this superhero, like unicorn
Perfect.
type thing, like it's perfect and we'll just never achieve it. You know, and if you watch people that just like got it all together all the time, it makes you feel that way, especially if you grew up in a single parent household or, you know, you don't really have a whole lot of people around you that are married. You don't really know what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to portray that. We want to make sure that you know, like, hey, we're fighting through this. You can do it too. So that's what's so important about us, you know, not having it all together and just really just sharing our testimony.
That's true. That's true. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest and say I'm trying to read y'all comments and you're talking and I'm like, you sure
So-
all right.
I think we got enough of it now. We can come back to our notes, but let's try to get through a couple comments. You want to do the honors?
I can go on here
I have
because you know I
no
can't really see.
idea how to get those comment
I think
buttons.
you can scroll like this. God bless you both. God bless you too.
Hey, you gotta start from the top now.
Okay.
This ain't the whole last should be first thing.
Hey guys, new subby here. Love you too.
Thank you so much for subscribing. So I do want to say, like, we actually talked about that the other day. Whether we get 100 views or a million views, like the fact that even one of y'all is watching us, like y'all could really be watching anything in this entire world. Y'all could be watching Tiger King, you know, Carol Baskin killed her husband for sure. But we ain't gonna talk about that.
I haven't watched it, y'all. Let me know.
I tried to spare her, like, don't watch this. Apply your time to something a little bit more useful. But back to what I was saying, the fact that any one of y'all, you know, watch us, we're so like completely humbled by that. So thank you so much for subscribing.
Okay. Cherish, I got it pulled up here.
Okay.
Where was it? Cherish Deb said, I love y'all. I love the wife. She's super ladylike and composed.
Okay.
Thank you.
Y'all see her how she be sitting like
to the side.
This is her the whole video. She don't move.
But you notice when I don't move the most is when like we in conflict. I'm like, Lord, keep me over here in my space and keep him in his, and we gonna get through this.
I'm extremely animated, so yeah.
I am too, except the whole COVID-19 and my nails wasn't right. I'm like,
I told her like she should have said that at the beginning of the video, like this is my nails, like they not done, everything's shut down. I'm gonna get them done as soon as they open. I'm gonna send her to get them done ASAP. I'll probably go with her. But yeah, she was trying to hide her nails in that one video.
I'm fixing my hair like this. I love you. I love your channel. Great advice on managing relationships. Keep it coming, please.
Thank you very much.
We definitely will keep it coming. We will continue to let God use us because, y'all, if it was just us, and that's why we always get on and we say, God, all of you, none of us, because we wouldn't know what we're talking about.
We don't. We just kind of share our testimony. We finally believe that, a lot of people are going through the same situation, but we don't talk about it,
Okay.
Romanique Robinson says, Amen, preach. God is the ruler of all. God is always for marriage and staying together. God is always in control. And definitely firmly believe that. And I think the important thing, and we could talk about this on another video, is like, what does that mean when you say God is always in control? Because it feels very chaotic,
I as you know, and some other people watching know, because I've mentioned it, when I don't know how many people on here deal with anxiety, but I've dealt with anxiety. Mm-hmm. And this was just a couple days ago. When it says God is in control and you try not to allow him to be and you want to be in control, that's when anxiety creeps in. Mm-hmm. And I'm slowly learning that. I don't want to say I had to learn that like it's just voila magic and it's there. I'm learning that. I'm in the process of learning it, and the more that I understand that I'm not in control and there's nothing I can do to be in control of anything in this life, because what's going to happen, what God wants to happen is going to happen. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started to gain peace. And this was just last night, y'all. Yeah. This was just last night when I actually had a good sleep. And I was like, God, whatever happens, happens because you're in control. So
glad you had a good sleep. Yeah.
I really did.
There's a scripture that says, by which one of you can add a day to your life by worrying. And I think that's extremely important. Also when it talks about the birds have nothing, the birds are fed, so how much more would God take care of you? I think these things we really have to, put in our heart, and so they come out on, everyday situations, because our everyday situations don't show up in the Bible. Like when it talks about which job should you apply for, should you apply for a job, should you start your own business, these things aren't laid out in the Bible. So that's what I love about Transformation Church's message, because it talks about principles. When you learn the principle, it applies to everything in your life. You don't have to pray about certain things because certain things is, y'all gotta go back and watch the message. It's amazing.
Yeah, we'll share it in the community tab.
Yeah.
Romanies, did you see this?
Yeah.
God is such a blessing to us all. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. This is why I love your channel. So authentic. Natalie K said that. Thank you. She's been a supporter for a while.
Oh, wow.
I think she came from All Day with the Ali's.
Oh, okay.
Like 2 years ago.
Oh, y'all, we got to do a collab with them.
We definitely do. Y'all spam their comments if y'all follow them. Natalie, go spam the comments and let them know we want to collab with them. They authentic too, and we vibe with authentic people, because if you only faking it, we can't rock with that.
We don't do that very well. We try. We don't do it very well.
Oh, Natalie also said no Tiger King for me.
Yeah, don't do it. I watched, I think it's like 6 or 7 episodes, and I watched like 4. And by the 4th one, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I gotta do something a little bit more productive. Because, I mean, it's crazy how many things we watch that don't really add any productivity to our lives. It's just entertainment, and we really watch it because other people are doing it, so we're doing it to keep up with these social conversations that really don't help us at all. Like name one time you watched a popular show or something like that and you was able to keep up with that conversation and it somehow benefited you over the long run. It just doesn't. So it's really funny and entertaining.
Right, I only like the dances and the song that go with it anyway. So Lachey Darby said, what is the hardest problem y'all had to deal with during COVID-19?
Communication, and that's been, and you can see, I just did it. I spoke without even referring to her. This whole COVID-19 thing was just bringing out all of our flaws that we have in our relationship, because we're being forced to deal with it. And I guess you can let me know if you agree, but I would say communication for sure. We don't talk to each other very well. We talk to each other, but it's not very efficient. So.
Right. I think it's been communication before COVID-19, and I think anything that you were dealing with before then is just magnified now, because you're stuck in a confined space with each other. Oh, you want to read that one? I'll let you read that one. That one right there.
Naya Dahl, I want to say. That's a dope name.
I like that name.
Your wife is pretty. You should do a makeup routine. I've been telling her to do this. Y'all, I bought like a ring light and everything for her to do her makeup routine, but I don't know. Y'all have to ask her what she's gonna do that. I think she'd be perfect for it, but yeah.
Do you guys have a how we met video? We do not. We should do that next. I think we were on live like a while back, and we told them how we met, but none of our new subscribers know. So we'll do a video on that next if y'all want to. We didn't. How we met? No. I will do a makeup routine if you guys want to see it. It's so simple. I have 3 kids, so I hurry up and do my makeup, and I'm like, let's get out the house. Will you say I take a long time doing makeup? Or do I take a long time getting dressed?
You get a long time getting dressed, but makeup for me is relative, because I don't know how long it takes. So it seems like a lot to do. You're completely, changing your face almost. So
if I take this makeup off, I look the same. Changing my face.
You do, but it's like, the drawing in the eyebrows and I don't know.
Let me stop y'all this thing. Mingo TV 7 says hi.
What up?
Hey.
All right, so thank you guys for watching again.
She's new.
Really?
Yeah, she's new. I remember her comment on our who comes first in the marriage.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Like we said in the beginning, like y'all could be watching so many other different things, but you're here right now, and we appreciate you. You are appreciated.
Yeah, you. I see you quoted Jay Z. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Um, how
And
do,
DJ Khaled.
right?
Appreciate it.
Appreciate. How do you guys keep each other sane during this time?
We don't. We driving each other nuts.
No, but to be honest, when we are, vibing, he'll come in and like give me a massage or ask me how my day is, or I'll go sit with him in the office while he's working and pick his brain, get on his nerves a little bit, and that's how we just love on each other. We play with the kids. The kids keep us busy, and we try to come up with a routine. We're working on a routine to get the kids on the schedule to go to bed so that we can have our time to, just sit and watch movies and sneak cookies without the kids because they eat all the cookies.
I made like 7 cookies last night. Thought we was just gonna have them all to ourselves. As soon as I put it on the counter, here come the kid.
I didn't get one, but I wasn't mad at that. I was like, that's fine.
Man, you can't even do nothing. As soon as you finish something, here they come.
All these quarantine snacks gonna have us looking real plump come summertime. So
we're gonna go from quarantine bay to summer bay real quick. We're gonna be on it.
Stacy, what do you love about DJ the most? He's very caring. He's caring. He loves to help others, and he's been like that since the day I met him. I don't even think we were dating a week, and my car broke down. I needed a new battery. This man went out and bought me a new battery for my car. I'm like, you don't even know me like that. But that's just his character. That's just the way he is. You gotta hate it or love it because that's something that he's not gonna get rid of. Like he's like that across the board with everybody. So that was something I loved about him from the beginning. Oh, okay. She said she's not new. She watched before. She just changed her name. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Tina Johnson, love y'all. We love you too. That's my cousin. That's cousin Tina.
What up, cousin Tina?
Awesome. Okay, let me see. Oh, how we keep each other sane.
Yeah, so I was gonna say about that, and this is something I just started probably a couple of weeks ago, but during the day, whenever, cause I get caught up, like I'm a one-track mind type of person, and it's like if I know I have a video I have to edit or something like that, like I'm fully focused on that. But every now and then I try to interrupt myself, just like just go ask Stacey like, what can you do for her today? It don't have to be like something grand, like, and I hope when I ask her that she don't tell me to do something that's gonna take me a couple of hours to do. But I try to keep her, her list checked, as far as, and we all have a list of things that we have to do every day, and it's like if I can check off one of those boxes a day, I think once we start holding ourselves accountable to doing certain things like that, we realize it don't really take a whole lot of effort to do something for your significant other. Yeah, just something. You don't have to be perfect all day, but I think when we can look at our spouse and say, this person did something for me today, I think it allows us to be humble and appreciate them a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that comes from the Bible when it says, I can't quote the Bible like no preacher or anything, but it was saying put people above yourself and do acts of service for them, and I think you do that pretty well.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Well, I just started being consistent about it, or trying to be. So
yeah, that's helped me a lot though, more than you know. Even though we have our moments, I think those moments are reminders from God that we need to pay attention to each other more.
And we ain't got on no mic, so you gotta.
Oh,
I know you talking to me.
Yeah.
I
my voice get real soft when I talk to him. I look him in his eyes and be like, God.
She was speaking to my soul a little bit, but yeah, they gotta hear.
I can't help that. How long were you guys dating before you guys got married? Were we even dating a year? He just knew he wanted me, girl. He just knew. No, really. We were only dating a year, but
within like 3 months, she was just basically like, when you gonna ask me to marry you? Like,
you not gonna get this this milk without buying the whole cow.
yeah.
That's, my mama taught me better than that.
She wanted me, y'all. So she was
I
just
did.
like, put a ring on
Put
it.
a ring on it so I can have it like Jesus
So I
said.
can give it to you.
I'm sorry, y'all. We goofy. But that's the privilege that comes with, being obedient and getting married. I'm sorry, y'all. So as a wife, what motivates you or drives you to continue to be a giver and not a taker? Ooh.
That's a good one.
I didn't learn to try to be more of a giver until I became a mother. It wasn't when I first became a wife. I wasn't a good wife. I wasn't a Proverbs 31 wife, and I'm not gonna say that I am today. I aspire to be. So it wasn't until I had children for me to understand that I should, how much I should pour out of myself. And some days with my children, I pour out too much. That's why we did that video, Who Comes First? And I said, my kids. And y'all got in the comments, it was like, the Bible says your husband, which I already knew. So that goes back to being obedient. But I'm trying to be more of a giver. I'm trying to be more understanding. I'm trying to listen more and see what he needs from me. But I definitely don't always get it right. And I'm not going to get on here and act like I do. Because that would be, give those who look to us for something false expectation.
Yeah.
We're not about that.
I need to ask Pastor Max, and Pastor Max, I don't know if Pastor Max is watching this, but man, leave a comment if you are. There's something that he says something about the greatest source of disappointment is uncommunicated expectations, something like that. Maybe one of y'all know the quote. But even though I don't remember exactly what it says, like I always remember that, like you have to set your expectations, or really your whole entire day is governed by your expectations. So I know I started looking at my kids a little bit different whenever I expected them to act crazy, as opposed to them just, expecting like I'm gonna just have normal kids in there. Like they're just gonna be like, they're gonna listen to everything I say, they're gonna eat vegetables.
That's not
like,
a normal kid. Normal kids throw tantrums.
Again,
Our
back
kids
to
are
the
normal.
expectations. Yeah.
Our kids are normal. They throw temper tantrums, and sometimes we look at them like, who sent you? Or that's just me. Who sent you? Okay? Because kids are a lesson from God. Right? Right. You are definitely testing me today. So
yeah, well, certain things we expected to, I don't want to say go wrong, but just like not be perfect, you handle them a whole lot better. So.
And one of my good friends are on here, and my mother's on here. I want to give both of them a shout out. Unseen, huh?
Oh,
Unseen Beauty. She said, hey.
Yeah,
so I gotta give her y'all know how to do hey crew. Hey friend. And my mom, here we go again, loving these babies. My mom is awesome. When we talk about our kids, y'all, if it wasn't for my mother, first of all, we wouldn't be doing this live. Not doing this smoothly.
All up and through here. Harris will be all in the camera.
Like, hey.
Skylar be over here.
Whole thing. Okay. So thank God for mothers. If you still have your mother here and you can pick up the phone and call her, you are blessed. I feel blessed.
Yeah, I can say that coming from somebody that don't have his mother here. So definitely, they are appreciated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We talk about the times if his mom was here, because his mom and my mom.
Oh man,
how life would be.
Her mama crazy, and she watching. I can say this: I love you, but you're crazy. And my mom was an enabler. My mom was an enabler, so I could just see them like on the phone talking to each other, and they just like talking to each other. Yeah, that would be crazy.
They would randomly take trips.
Yeah, you just call them one day and they're just in New York. Like y'all never even said anything.
Right. Okay. You guys should start a vlogging channel. We actually had a vlogging channel before we started this.
Yeah.
So I think we want to build a foundation on this, what we're called to do, and then once we, get an audience with this, we'll build up maybe to doing a couple vlogs here and there.
Yeah. So the difference is, so those of y'all that were watching us when we started vlogging, Like we said in another video, we actually stopped for a while because we had this thing like we can't fake y'all. There's a lot of YouTubers out there. I don't want to show their names and I don't want to bash them because they're doing their thing, and I salute them. But there's a lot of people that just do fake stuff for views, or they get on and fake a smile, and we can't do
We're
that.
not talking about the pranks though, because a lot of people
Yeah,
think that,
yeah.
but that's not.
I just say in general, and that's not us, So back when we was vlogging, if we would have kept vlogging, I think it would have depressed a lot of y'all because we really just would have been on to just like venting and just like expressing our bad energy. And I think some people would appreciate that, but we just didn't want to put out that type of content. We wanted to put out something that inspire people and really allow us. This is our collective thoughts when we sit down and do a video. A lot of it is freestyle. Don't get me wrong, but we have some type of structure or foundation that we're starting off of, and then we just build from there. And I just feel like that can at this point in time, it creates more efficient content. Now, I think when we do start vlogging again, we'll probably start another channel and just leave this one what it's at and just kind of separate the two. So that way, you can choose what forms of, content that you want to receive. But I don't know, we might get back.
I think a lot of our subscribers that watch, I don't know if you read the comments, it's usually me answering them, but some stuff you say, you guys say, I'm like, DJ, you answer that, that's for you. But those are the people that can like see. I don't know how y'all see, but they be like, I can see you going through something, and they'll leave a song. We had one subscriber leave a song in our last video and just telling us how. Can y'all hear me? Mic check 1 2. No, they left us a song and that I pray for you, pray for me. I need you to survive. And y'all, when I say that bless my soul. Like, y'all are just awesome. Y'all keep leaving comments like we're helping y'all. Y'all help us through so much stuff that you don't even realize. That half of the stuff we don't get on and talk about, but I think y'all see. And y'all are really just a blessing to us. So I want to say that.
Yeah, definitely keep those comments coming on the videos, because y'all don't see it, but I see it. Like, Stacy loves y'all comments. She reads a response to everybody. Right. I don't care if it's 3,000 comments, she can read and comment to every last one of y'all. So definitely leave those comments. I know there's a lot of people that watch and be like, I'm just a watcher, I don't like to comment.
Because I'm like that.
Just say something, I promise
leave you a heart or something.
Yeah, you'll bless her tremendously. Like, she loves y'all support. So thank y'all for that.
Where are we at? Oh, how do you all balance marriage and kids? Romney said that. I like that name.
So, yeah, I'll let you go first.
We balance them very carefully. Y'all, I know this is not the answer y'all probably want to hear, but I have to pray a lot all through the day. Not one time a day, not twice a day. At the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. And then I remember I asked God for patience. Okay, this may be a test, whether it's with my husband or my kids. And sometimes I have to walk away and take a breather from either one of them. And I know he has to do the same thing with me. My 2-year-old, Eris, is still nursing. I'm trying to figure out how to get her out. And my best friend, like, just do it.
So Shanae, I guess, tried like a cabbage thing. So
that works.
It works. Okay.
Yeah, because she got her daughter off, and she's way younger than Eris. It's just Eris tries to fight me when I don't let her nurse, but I have to just put on my full armor of God and tell her no. So yeah, but
At what age is it okay to uppercut your kid? Let me know in the comment.
Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment below.
For real.
Yeah, that as far as for me, it's not. I don't know if and I may not be balancing it correctly because I'm saying this, but I don't feel like it's really a balance. For me, it's just like I try to focus on my wife and take care of my wife, and then the kids are just learning from that. And I don't always do it perfectly. But to me, it's just like I know in the last, I think it was the last video, I made a joke in the beginning, but I really do feel that way when it's talked about in the airplane, when the airplane is going down. A lot of people might have a tendency to want to save their child first and put the mask on their child. But if you try to do that and you pass out, like both of y'all die. And I know that sounds morbid, but I think marriage is the same way. You know, you take care of each other and take care of your spouse, and the kids will learn from that, and they'll, grow healthy, tendencies from there. So for me, I actually have a struggle with trying to, how much of a, or how to be a better father, I guess, without like just dedicating my entire day to him, I guess. Trying to balance that out. Like I want to make sure I'm efficient and do spend time with him and do, try to teach them certain fatherly lessons throughout the day. But this one's definitely my priority. So I don't know if I balance it correctly or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you do a good job, but I do want to add to that you besides praying, you need people in your life. Like I have my mother, I have my best friend I have my mother and my best friend who I can reach out to and be like, and my mother has been there, done that, and then took in 6 more kids. So she knows what she's talking about when it comes to the kids. And then my best friend, she's married and she has 4 kids. And I'm like, girl, how are you still staying over there, locked in the house with everybody? And
some people live for that, like, and I think Unseen Beauty. Hey, if y'all like DIY stuff, make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Like she does great content. She has like absolutely brilliant ideas when it comes to design. But I think she's one of those people that like gets so much life out of being a mother. And there's fathers out there too that just like I think believe in fatherhood. I think he's one of those fathers out there that's just like gives him life, just being a dad, like he lives for that. And some people is really draining. Some people really draw energy from them. Like they enjoy being a mom, enjoy being a dad, but they're just different types of fathers and mothers out there. So I think there's definitely different types out there. And Shanae is one of those people, like I believe, I don't know, she might disagree. I definitely believe like she gets like life out of that.
Right. And then that goes back to you have to find balance with your spouse to also see when they may be going through something with the kids and you say, okay, I can see all on your face that you're going through something. Let me figure out how to give you a break. And so that helps.
DJ, did you meet your wife in church? No. So that's actually, and this, I don't know how deep I should go with this. But when I met Stacy, she was Christian, unmoving, undoubtedly Christian, and I was agnostic. I was in limbo. I didn't know if God existed or not. So I was never an atheist, but for a period of my life, I was agnostic. And when I met her, just the fact that she was, and I don't think that really brought me into believing, but it definitely was inspiring to me, the fact that she just believed in God and just like would not move on it. And as somebody that was in limbo, I was inspired by that. So I made sure that once we came to the point where it's like, I felt like we was moving, and to kind of reiterate or talk about a little bit the first question, how long did we date? It was probably like 3 months in when we started talking about marriage, and even though I felt like it was too soon for us to get married, like I was okay with it because I felt like I would never meet another person like this that would inspire me to be the man that I need to be. So I made sure that I was baptized and everything before we got married. So yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but we didn't meet in church. I wasn't in church at all. She was working for a church, Fallwood Church. So.
In the children's ministry. But yeah, he was definitely on that fence, and I just pushed him right on over. Come on over here to Jesus. No, I'm just playing.
But I still had to go. It wasn't, like I said, she wasn't the one who made me believe, but she was definitely the one that inspired me to keep, wrestling with God. And I still do that, every day. I still constantly wrestle with God, but it's like I know I'm more like Job now, like when the way he wrestled with God, as opposed to the Apostle Paul before he got thrown off the donkey. So it's definitely two different levels of that.
Who does y'all kids act more like?
You skip.
Who does y'all kids like more?
Oh no.
Each one. Oh, so we have 3. Okay.
Ooh,
I think
we.
Jack, our oldest, he'll be 7 in August. Definitely has my personality. He has to warm up to you. He's really shy. I know y'all can't tell from these videos and you can't tell from this live, but if you met me in person, I'd be really shy. I would talk to you, we would have a conversation, but inside I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. But yeah, Jet's more like me. Skylar, she like me once you get to know me, but when you first meet her, she's like, DJ, not shy at all. You're gonna get all her personality. And Eris, she's reserved, but
I don't know. I feel like
she's a mixture.
they all got both of us, and like some ways are more apparent than others. But like Jet, when he throws his like when he takes a shower, okay, he does not get outside of the water. Like at certain points of the ground that he would not touch. And it's like,
It's true.
I was the same way when I took a shower. Like I stayed like whenever I was in the shower, anything that I felt like for some reason the water was cleaning my whole entire body, even if it was just on my back. So it's like, touch certain parts. So it's like, it's certain things that he does, and like, I get it. I was the same exact way. And it's funny because he didn't know me when I was a kid, obviously. And it's crazy how your kids will take on certain traits and do small things like that. And like, man, I did that when I was a kid. How did I teach him that?
Right.
But that's just crazy. But Skylar, like she said, she gives you all of her personality right out the gate, and I feel like I'm like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there's no walls for me as far as like, and I feel like that bothers her, like she was saying that earlier, like I'm a certain way with everybody. I think it bothers her sometimes. It's like, okay, you don't have to be that way with, this person. We don't know them.
Right. I'm like, can you keep some of that special just for me? He's like, no, I'm gonna spread this love.
I don't know. I don't have those walls, so I don't know. And maybe it's like a social wall in my brain or something like that. I can't tell the difference in certain ways socially between my wife and somebody I just met. To me, it's just like I'm just talking to them. Like I love my wife way more. Don't get me wrong. But as far as like when I'm talking to them, holding conversation, I don't have that security gate in your brain where that security guard is like, hey, don't let this dude, like that can't.
Mm-hmm.
My security guard is asleep in my brain. Like he just lets everything fly.
Right. I think it took me a long time to accept that about him, accept that there was a gift and not, a curse. Like somebody's gonna hurt you, boy. Like you can't be this open and honest with everybody like that. But it took me a while to realize it was a gift, and when God gives you a gift, He gonna protect you in that. Why?
I'm glad you see it as a gift, because I'm over here trying to shut up.
No. Okay.
But yeah, Skylar definitely, I think, is it.
Thank you guys for your time and being super pure. Thank
Appreciate
you for your time.
Appreciate it.
Do y'all have encouraging words for single men and women? DJ, how did you know when she was the one?
As far as for single people, read the manual.
They don't even know what that means.
Read the manual. So yeah, Transformation Church, like we said at the beginning, and I don't know if you guys watched them, but they basically started a series, Relationship Goals Reloaded. They had a Relationship Goals series before, but they reloaded. Yeah. I don't know how to explain that. So he basically talks about that God designed marriages, so if you want to learn how to have a healthy relationship in a marriage, you got to read the manual being the Bible. So I would definitely say be obedient and not kill your flesh every day, because there's certain things that your flesh wants, the society teaches you to want, and it is bad for you. Relationships before marriage, having sex before marriage, and you don't really see those things until those problems arrive, and you get quarantined with your house, with your wife in a house for 2 months. and all of those problems come out. So
Right.
yeah, definitely read the
Uh,
manual.
and I'm gonna say it again. Have good friends.
Hmm.
You don't want to have those friends that are like you and your spouse having a problem, and they're used to throwing their boyfriend stuff
Yeah.
out or their husband stuff out on the front lawn for everybody to see.
That's the
And
advice for every time you call them. You should leave them. I would take
leave them,
that.
girl. What?
Yeah,
And they in a new relationship every 3 months.
yeah,
Cause you keep leaving them. You gotta learn to love them
yeah.
through and pray them through.
So that was actually going to be.
I'm not gonna say sometimes I don't want to leave him, but I don't have friends that give me advice and say leave him.
Yeah.
They say stay there and pray. Go back and pray. Have you prayed?
This was actually going to be the video we was going to do yesterday. We was going to do a video basically the importance of having married friends, and that's like if your car breaks down, you're not going to go to somebody that's in college to fix your car. They're learning to fix your car. And when you're married and going to your single friends for advice or single family members for advice, that's like going to somebody that's in college for your legal issues or something like that. You want to go to a professional, and obviously a professional, you know, in this case will be a marriage counselor, but also professionals are people that are living that. So it might not be a mechanic that went to school to be a mechanic, but he does this every day. And so when you go to your single friends for advice, you want people that go through the same issues as you. So
Well,
that's definitely more credible.
I do want to say that if you have a single friend who's in the word and have their head on straight and they looking for that spouse, then they could give you some good advice. But don't go to that ratchet friend that's like, girl, beat him up, beat her up, and you know, oh well, I don't know if it's a cheating thing, you know, I can't speak on that, but you don't want to go to somebody that's be like, okay, fight your spouse and then throw his stuff out, cause girl, that's your house, and you know, you know. You know how you have those friends. I think everybody has their friend and they.
Yeah, I was one of the last of my friends to get married, but so I would say I was probably that friend, and I hope you know for my married friends that I did give them good advice. I don't remember what I told them when they would call me asking for advice, but I hope I gave them some good advice. I know one of my good friends that was friends for a long time. I know they was going through something, and I definitely kept telling them to stay together because I couldn't see them apart. Like I met them around the same time, so but I think I was their friend, that single friend. So once I got married, you know, all my friends were married, so it definitely worked out, and they like super good at encouraging us and staying in our business but out our business. And I think if you're married, you know what that means.
At a certain point, you gotta be like, I'm gonna pray for you over here. Oh, okay. We don't want to miss your comments.
And we want to try to get through the comments, but we probably should try to wrap this up because we've been talking for 42 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I love seeing young Black Christian couples together. It is inspiring.
Thank you very much.
Inspiring.
And a lot of us grew up in single parent households or even married households with both parents, but wasn't really fully functional. So we don't really know what that looks like. So I definitely, and if there's anybody that's not Black, I don't want you to get thrown off by people that say stuff like that. Like I'm inspired by Black couples. They don't mean it like that we're any type of hierarchy. It just means that growing up in Black families and Black communities, you don't see that a lot. So it's definitely nothing particular or special about just being in a Black relationship. It's just like it means something in our community to see that.
It is special. It's special to us to see it.
But I don't want anybody to be offended
I
by
know
that.
what you're saying, but where are we at?
The Perrys. So which Perrys? You know which one? So one of my best friends that I mentioned, they have a channel called Life with the Perrys. So I don't know if you talk about them. If you are, that would be dope.
Yeah, we'll go find those channels. I haven't heard of them before.
Yeah.
Does your husband know anything about your kids? Like, oh, you know anything about the kids, like their favorite color, favorite food? I think he knows favorite food.
Yeah, favorite food for sure. Well, favorite foods. They only have like I can count on one hand the stuff that they eat. But as far as favorite colors, man, I
Our
don't
kids
know.
are super biggie. Huh?
Yeah, the Jet's probably black, and Eris and Skylar's pink. Probably. No, Skylar like yellow for a long time. Yeah.
Yellow.
Uh,
Yellow.
I don't know if it's still yellow.
I think it's still yellow.
Yeah.
Eris
But-
doesn't really have a favorite.
Yeah, we should probably wrap this up. So, thank you guys for
For
watching
hanging out
this
with
video, hanging out with us. We appreciate it. And this has been After the Vows. My name is DJ.
And my name is Stacy.
And you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We're trying to get better at Twitter.
I don't know Twitter, but
Yeah, it's just not really our thing. But we're trying to get better at it. Y'all let us know what type of content you like to see from us. But
if
this
you want to
is
see
all-
more lives, let us know.
So we're trying to get our equipment right, so we can do live stream with the better camera. But I think this light is popping. Maybe I'm just like a great filmmaker. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I feel like this light is pretty good for a cell phone. For this image that we created. But anyways, we definitely got to do better
Don't
with
forget
audio.
to like and subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the upload. We upload every Sunday. We try to upload at 2 o'clock because that's what y'all voted. But it doesn't always go like that. But you will see us on Sundays. So we'll be right here on this couch. All right.
How do I stop this thing? How do I stop this thing?
Tap it.
Stop. Stop. Stop.